Time now to turn back to meteorologist Cedric Haynes here in the Storm Alert Weather Center. And Cedric, we're trying to see some blue skies peep through there. But the good news is the widespread rain is kind of moving on out of here.
Yes, that's right, Latrice. After a kind of soggy morning commute out there, we're seeing some improvements, but I don't want you to let your guard down completely as it goes throughout the afternoon. You can see on the radar behind me, the widespread rain continues to make its way off towards the north and east. We still have some showers left over from Cleveland down to Ellijay, Blue Ridge. That'll be lifting over towards Murphy. And notice the cold front is now making its way through the Tennessee Valley. Until that front completely clears the area, there's still going to be at least a chance of a couple of isolated downpours redeveloping across the area. But the key is going to be more isolated in nature. Again, the widespread rain now pushing over into the Carolinas and over towards the east of I-75 in Georgia there towards, let's say, Gainesville and up towards areas of the upstate of South Carolina. Notice back to the west, though, as you get towards Nashville, Huntsville, we've got some clearing skies. So the brunt of the rain now pushing off towards the east. But until that front completely moves through, again, we could have an isolated downpour to redevelop across the area. But the real story is high pressure. The big blue H that's going to be building in over the next 24 hours. That is going to dry things out and it's going to clear things out, which is pretty much some good news, right? But the only issue with that, when you clear things out after a pretty good soaking rain this time of the year, that could create some issues there. And so we're going to have to focus on that. But notice here behind this system, there is another quick moving system that's moving now across the Midwest. That's going to basically stall out across the area towards the end of the week, bringing more rain chances to the region. So temperatures, 66 degrees in Chattanooga, 64 Cleveland, 67 degrees currently in Athens. Notice over towards Scottsboro, though, it's at 70 degrees because you're seeing a little bit more sunshine. I do expect a little more sunshine across the area as we go throughout the afternoon. That should get those temperatures into the mid to upper 70s in many spots. And again, a chance of some of those isolated downpours. It is not going to be widespread this afternoon, but don't be surprised if you get a quick downpour developing in your neighborhood there. As we look at our high temperatures today, climbing again, I think into the mid to upper 70s, especially from Chattanooga Point south and west, and then low to mid 70s off towards the east where you may hang on to the clouds a little longer. Now, after we get towards the drying conditions tonight, we start to clear the skies out. Then we got to focus on the foggy conditions. That's the next big thing, and I want to show you how we're expecting that to develop. Between now and later this evening around 11 o'clock, we'll have some patchy areas of fog beginning to develop in the higher elevations. But notice overnight tonight when we clear the skies out, that moisture begins to evaporate, and I think we start to see some widespread dense fog potential as we head towards your Wednesday morning. So be aware of that, especially if traveling early Wednesday morning, kids at the bus stop, things like that. Understand that the visibility could be an issue, but notice by midday that starts to clear up. But as we go into your Wednesday night and early Thursday, we could once again see some areas of at least patchy dense fog redevelop across the region. So fog is going to be kind of the thing to think about here as we go into the next 24 hours. Just to remember to turn on those lights, those low beams, slow it down if you're traveling, especially during the early morning hours tomorrow. And of course, leave plenty of space between you and the vehicle in front of you. Give yourself extra time to get to where you need to be. After that, we focus on the heat. Yeah, the heat returns across the area as we get towards the middle of the week. Let me show you your 7-day forecast because you'll be able to see we go from a chance of rain, clouds, temperatures only in the 70s for highs, Latrice, to highs in the mid and then upper 80s. I put 89 instead of 90 because I'm just not quite ready to go there just yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if somebody, just so close.
It's
just know
there.
We're close enough. We may actually touch it. Just know that. And then cooler with rain chances for the weekend.